Hey YouTube, what's up? Blue Witch here. How are you guys doing tonight? I'll wait a few minutes for you guys to get on. Let's see how fast you guys get on here. So did you guys have a good night? So I had an interesting heritage. I had an interesting visit from some of my ancestors. They came on that I had a water bottle sitting next to me at my computer tonight while I was printing up everybody's information, and they kept squeezing my ancestor altar's right next to my computer, and they kept squeezing the water bottle while I was sitting there. I was like, okay, so you guys want me to put on the ghost radio? And it was like squeak. So I turned it on, and then they told me that they were my ancestors and that they were helping me. And I was like, oh, thanks, you guys. It was pretty cool. I can't remember all the stuff they said. They said a few different things, but it was pretty interesting. Do you guys get them squeezing water bottles? Hi. Tightly. So how was your day? Did you guys have a great day? Hi, sweetie. I get motivated. I like to procrastinate, but I have to make myself get motivated sometimes. I had a bad day. You're on, so better. That sucks, and I'm glad that it's going to be better now. How come you had a bad day? Who knows, he said. And then he left. Oh, coworker, work sucks. Working with people sucks. Because if they're having a bad day, then they want everyone to feel their pain. If I'm having a bad day, I always try to pretend like I'm not. Has been giving me shit, and yeah, I work retail on top of it. Ugh. Yep, I hear you. That's not fun. Put them in the freezer. That's what I would do. Gosh, if I still had to work like in the schools, everyone would be cursed. All the teachers would be in the freezer. My freezer would be crammed full of teachers and principals. And I don't know. I like the secretaries. We always got along, but there was only like a couple teachers that I liked, and the rest would all be in the freezer. I hated all of them. They were all a bunch of bitches. They would all be in the freezer. And sometimes if I see them in public, it happens. Hi, sweetie. It's nice and warm in here. Thank you. Hey, babe, after I'm done with this, can we go to the store? I want to get drinks. Oh, and to, what's her name? The witch who gets on here, what's her name? Gosh, I'm a horrible person. I just won't even talk about it until I know what I'm talking about. How about that? Let me look it up. But I just realized something. Oh, so tonight I wanted to talk about clients and when you send me information. Because a lot of times you guys assume that I know who everybody is and what everybody looks like. And then like you'll send me one page with names and date of births. I don't know whose names those are. You know, and then you'll send me another page with pictures of a bunch of different people, and I don't know who they are. And then you'll say, that's everybody on another page, and you'll want 2 spells or 3 spells and think that I can sort that out. I cannot. No. I mean, I can guess, and then if I get it wrong, then I'll be breaking up the wrong people, and then you'll have lots of problems. So, let's see who's messaging us. Oh, it's AP. Hang on, let's see what AP has to say for herself. It sounds like a mess. Yeah, I spent like 30 minutes or longer tonight trying to sort that out with one client. So I printed up the information that she sent me, and she only gave me like one of the person's full name, date of birth, and then the rest of them I don't know who they are, what their name is. Yeah. So let's see what she says. She did. Sorry, just went and watched them again. Oh, okay. Good. Glad you got it, AP. So I'm not gonna be doing hers tonight because she didn't get me the proper information for her breakup spell, but hopefully we'll get it worked out and do it on Tuesday. Because yeah. So is what I wanted to talk about is what I do need. And most people just do it, but I guess I take that, I assume everybody just knows. Just like they assume I just know. Okay. So we're going to do a breakup spell. Okay, we agree to that. Everything goes through. It's all good. Then you send me a picture of the people we're breaking up. This picture, you're going to put their name and date of birth at the top or the bottom. I don't care. And then the next picture, you're going to put the name and date of birth. Okay. And then in the description bar of the email that you send me, I want you to put for breakup spell. Bam. That would make my life so much easier. Okay. And then same thing for love spell. Come back love spell or any kind of love spell. You're going to write it in the description bar for love spell. Picture, name and date of birth. Picture, name and date of birth. Just one picture. And please always send me a picture where I can see the eyes. I can't do anything with a picture with a dude with a hat on and glasses and everything, so I can't see who it is. I need to see them. I need to see the eyes. I like that. I know that I could do it without a picture even, but I really like to because a lot of times when I can see in their eyes, I can do kind of like a little internal reading thing. It helps me connect to that energy easier. And so I like to see the eyes. So a picture, no glasses or hat if you can. It doesn't have to be a full body thing. I don't care about that. Just a headshot with visible eyes. Okay? Okay. Now then, let's see. Oh, this is her. Of course. Okay, so that you still didn't tell me. You still didn't tell me who the people are in the pictures. Yeah, I can't. You only. Okay, this is for JG. All right, sweetheart. I need to know who the other person is. It can't just be just on your husband. I need to know to do the breakup spell. I need a picture of her also, and her name and date of birth. And if you don't want to do the breakup and you just want to do... Really? All right, hang on. Hold on. Let me check my Wi-Fi. Okay, do we get it? Hi, sweetie. Okay, so... Yeah. We're just going to have to talk. Because I don't think you understand what I'm saying. So, AG... we need to okay, so that's 2 spells. Okay, we're gonna do a breakup for him and the other woman, and then a comeback for him to come back to you and all the things that you want. Okay, that's 2 spells. You can't do a love and a breakup in the same thing. That would be bad. So okay, so we're gonna do the breakup first. Okay, because that's what it said on your invoice. Remember what we talked about? And then you sent me pictures of people, but you didn't tell me who they were. There's no name. You told me your husband's pictures and his name, but you didn't tell me anything about the other picture and who that other pictures and who that is. I don't know. There's no name or date of birth or anything. So I'm unclear on what you're wanting. Are you wanting me to not do the breakup and just do the comeback? Or if you're wanting me to do the breakup and the comeback like we talked about, because you're mixing them all together. So yeah. That's done. We're done with that. Oh, this is her again, I think. Pictures. Okay. Let's see what she says. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'll look at those later. I hope we got that sorted, but I can't open her attachments on that phone. Anyways, so is it still blurry? It looks blurry to me. Is my connection bad? What is going on? It's clear. Oh, goody. Thank you for answering me. I appreciate that. Oh, well, it was my connection because it didn't click over. Like it's supposed to click over, and it didn't. But anyways, so I want to say Helga Witch sent me cat hair. She told me she was going to send me cat hair, and I totally forgot about that message. And then I got the cat hair, and then I was like, somebody sent me hair, and I don't know what it's for. So thanks for the cat hair, because I actually need that tonight. And so it was perfect timing. Because I'm going to be breaking up some best friends tonight. Some biddies who like to gossip and meddle in people's business. And so the cat hair came in on perfect timing, like it was meant to be. And I checked, and I think it came in the day before I got the spell. And I was just like, yes, that's perfect. So we are going to be doing a cat and dog hair curse tonight. And then I'm also going to be working tomorrow night, even though I normally don't. But I have a client that is going to be taking some exams, and she wants some help passing her exams. And I have an awesome spell for that. I've helped a lot of people pass exams, like higher, graduating doctor school and shit like that. I don't know. And real estate exams and, broker exams and all kinds of stuff. Pharmaceutical exams. I've helped a lot of people. I've done a lot of, spells to help people pass those because, it doesn't help. I want to go back to college. So this is great info. Yeah, it's actually, I've had 100% success on that spell. I haven't had anyone not pass with that spell. And the pharmaceutical one, I can tell you that was amazing. And that was like the first one I think I ever did. And she didn't study, and she did study, but she tried to take it 3 times and she failed it every time. She couldn't understand it. She couldn't get the initials or whatever, the codes down to match. You have to it's really complicated. But anyway, she couldn't get it. She didn't have any kind of pharmaceutical background or anything. And so after I did the spell, she got 100%. And she said they told her no one has ever got 100%. And so she was real happy. But I thought that was exciting. And then I've helped just lots of people pass tests. Yep, that is amazing. It was really cool. It was a good experiment for me. I've helped people get into college. You have to take a test to get in or to get your grades up. I've helped with that kind of thing. And then I went straight from that spell to helping the girl. She was going for her doctorate degree, and she wanted to get in. She had to pass this test, this exam to get into the college to go get her doctorate degree. And so I did the spell and she passed, and then she got into that, and then I helped her get her doctorate degree too. So now she's a doctor. And I helped her do a love spell, and she's married, and that was a success also. She got married and has a baby on the way. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, fun. Nobody's on tonight. Everybody's out partying. What? Hi, Tallulah. Thanks to magic. Heck yeah. That's how you do it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's what magic is for. I know, right? She won't even acknowledge me. She doesn't want her husband to find out. She ditched me as soon as she got everything she wanted. Which is totally fine. I don't care. It's not like she didn't pay me. It's totally fine. I understand. Believe me. If her husband found out, he would probably not be very happy. Of course, I wouldn't care. But I would be just like, yeah, so like it. Do you want a spell done for you too? We can do one for you too. Don't be jealous. But yeah. But that's cool. Whatever. soon as she needs something, she'll be calling me. And she'll say, do you remember me? And I'll say, nope. I feel that my fiance wouldn't be happy. No. And that's another thing, you guys. I don't get offended about stuff like that. Don't care. I mean, like I said, it's not like I didn't get paid, you know. Don't care. Oh, and to the subscriber who messaged me about doing a prosperity, if you guys will watch my videos, I have done a lot of them, and you could do them yourself if you can't afford it. You know, because I know that sometimes if you're needing a prosperity, you can't afford to pay somebody to do a prosperity. So it only makes sense, you know. But just get on my videos. There's tons of them. And just, you know, use the basics if that's all you can afford and that's all you have. Just like use cinnamon and basil or something. You know, those are all bring stuff in to me. And then for paper, sometimes when I do sometimes if I need like quick money, and I want to, you know, fast, then I'll do it like I'll do my petition on a dollar bill. You know, write my name, you know, 9 times, and then just write money, 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 money all over the top of it. And then I do, what about boosters? And then I do a coin on it and fold it up in there and just put it in my wallet. I mean, there's a lot of little things that you can do to bring prosperity into yourself. You can put cinnamon sticks at your door. You can put them at your window. You could carry one in your purse. There's a lot of little witchy tricks that you could do. Can we do our own boosters? If I'm the one who cast for you, then probably I wouldn't, because if you're not using the right energy, you could like push it away instead of boosting it. You could like, you know, you could fuck it up. I've had people do that. I have a good example, actually. Perfect example. Okay, so I think it was like a year ago, I did a prosperity spell for someone, and they did a booster, and then they got prosperity all right. But you know what kind of prosperity they got? Pregnant. That's prosperity. So you have to like have the right intent. You have to, you know, the spell's already cast. But if you like, you could tweak it, you could twist it, if you're not the caster. But if you're the caster, that's different. Yeah, well, she wanted open doors and prosperity. I can't remember the exact spell, but you know, prosperity is many things. Prosperity is more, you know, kids, you're growing, you're creating a life, you're being prosperous. And then I was just like, okay, well, there's your prosperity, sweetheart. Enjoy. You know, so just be careful. Like if you're trying to add on to another witch's spell, be very careful with that. Hi, Crystal Witch. How are you? Gosh, you guys, I've already been on here 24 minutes. You're tardies. I'm gonna write you tardy slips. Good. Are you feeling good? Are you feeling okay? Definitely. Well, you know, if if you know what you're doing, it's fine. You know, I'm sure it would be fine. Just make sure that you're very specific if you're going to do it. Like, don't even call it open roads, or don't even call it prosperity. Call it bring me what I fucking want, you know, and write down exactly what you want, or something like that. If you're going to, you know, it helps to just know, yes, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Oh, you have enough tardies? I bet you do. Because you're still in school. I don't think in all of my years, I don't think I ever gave anyone a tardy slip or made them go to the office to get me one. I never did that. I just said, get your ass in here and sit down. You know, you got to play catch up now. Let's go. Oh, you don't have a pencil? Here's a pencil. You didn't get a notification? Ugh, rude. YouTube just sends them to whoever they want. Me neither. I'm never on time either. And I don't care. I just do me, and if I'm late, I'm late, and they're just going to have to like it, because life is just too short to worry about punctuality. And trying to, like, I always felt like they were tardy on purpose, so then they could walk to the office to get a tardy slip and stuff. And so then I didn't care. So they would come in, and then they'd be like, well, the very end of your stream. Oh, no. And I was on YouTube watching crap, just waiting for the Blue Witch. That's crazy. You usually get the notification in about 30 minutes into your videos. Ugh. I was on your videos and saw you were live. Cool. But yeah, and then they would try the whole, you know, well, yeah, I'm here, but no, I don't have a pencil. And so then I would give them a pencil. Everyone liked me. All the kids liked me. I would have kids. I was that annoying teacher that all the other teachers hated, because their kids would want to hang out in my class and not go to their class. And I'd be like, you're not my student. You need to go to your class. Because I didn't care, like, about stupid crap. I wasn't up their ass. If they said a cuss word, and I would say, don't say cuss words. You're not going to write me up? No, I'm not. Just don't say that. God. You know, or if they would tell me something they did that was really bad, I would go, la, la, la. I don't need to know that. Hi, sweetheart. Yeah, it's a witch thing. We don't do schedules. We're like, no. How are you? It must be hard being like a teenage witch. I don't know. I probably would have liked it. I would have been fucking with everyone, probably. Oh, I'm okay. That does not sound very convincing, does it? You're so cute. Oh boy. So, and back then you could get away with it. Yeah. Well, I could get away with it anyways, but I often do mess with everyone. I would too. I would just look down the hall and be like, there's way too many people in that hall. They need to clear that for me because that's going to get in my energy bubble and we can't have that. Things we got away with back then, I know. Times are a lot different now, but I wouldn't, if I had children today, like in school, I mean, I know I have grandkids, but if I had my own kids today in school, I would pull them out and homeschool them. I think that today's school educators are fucking terrible. There's like one or two good ones, maybe 3 out of, 100. Oh yeah, I would pull them out. I hate the school system, especially here. I could just imagine. Well, they can't help it, Tallulah, because they're attracted to your energy. Would you be willing to speak on your experience with the Trident trilogy? Sure, what do you want to know? I was homeschooled till high school. Oh, so now you're like probably, trying to compensate for the lack of social interaction. That sucks. I know a lot of parents who did that, and I don't blame them because, I don't know, once they get high school, all the levels change, and so it's hard to keep up with that. So you got to either figure it out or put them in high school so they can get into college. We got away with so much, but yet we're not half as bad or mean to each other as they are now. I know kids are horrible now. I mean, like, and self-entitled. And bullies are crazy. Like, it shocks me. Yeah. It's crazy. Well, I was no angel, but I would have been different if I was a witch then. If I knew I was a witch then, it would have been different for me. But anyways, so, do you guys ever have spirits crinkle your water bottles? Tonight when I was printing stuff up, there was one sitting right next to me. My water bottle was right next to me, and they kept going. No? Huh. They touch you? Yeah, they touch me all the time too. They'll just do like light touches, like on my legs or something. They'll do light touches. You don't drink water bottles. I do. I won't drink regular water. Yeah, very light touches. They'll just do like little. Lucifer likes to touch my head and give me chills, but he hasn't done that in a while. He was doing that. He did it all the time for the longest time. And he hasn't done it in a long time. It's been a while since he did that. Like when I was first started working with him. Yeah. Me too. When I'm meditating. Those are your spirit guides and your ancestors doing that. They're just loving on you. Yeah, when I first started going through my awakening, they would attack me. They would scratch me, like when I was in the shower and things like that. Hang on a second. I missed a whole bunch of stuff. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I had that. It touched on my back or on my shoulder. Yep, just a light touch. Yep. When I was picking up some candles for Hecate the other night, someone touched my hand. I kind of just sat there for a minute. Yeah. I was scratched one morning, just opened doors, ringing the doorbell, stomping in the hallway, disappearing things, and putting them in other places, and lots of touching and hugs and kisses. Ooh. Yeah, when I first went through my awakening, they scratched me. Like when I was in the shower, they would scratch me down my legs. And it would burn. It would burn so bad. Like, I was like, ow, or not burn, but like sting. Like it stings when you get scratched by a spirit. You could feel the sting. Like, you could feel it. But yeah, it has like a sting to it. And so I would like get out of the shower and run to my boyfriend and be like, what is that? What's on my leg? And he was like, you got a scratch going all the way down the back of your legs. I was like, damn it. And they would turn my light off in there when I was taking a shower, or they would throw things from the counter and hit the shower curtain, and then it would fall on the floor. Naughty, naughty. They're not allowed to do things like that to me anymore, but they did. Yeah. Not cool. We handled that. You'll have to put them in their place, Tallulah. Don't allow that. Give them rules. I have all 6 of the... Oh, do you? Me too. And I'm just starting to read through them. I'm really interested in anything you would say about them. Okay. I'm trying to remember which one it was. You know what we should do? We should start like going through them like as a group, maybe. Maybe we could do that on Facebook. That would be fun if you guys would be interested in that. They always attacked me for years. Then when they stopped and we started talking, I asked them why weren't they nice to me all those years, and they made me fight them. Yeah. I tried that. I tried to do that with the ones that were around me, and they would deny that they did it. Me too. That would be fun. I would totally be down for that. I feel like it's blurry as a blurry. There, it's better now. Did you read the first part? Oh no, I love to do rituals and stuff. I would, of course, if they said no, then it would be no. Sometimes some rituals, depending on what they are, like certain initiations and like the toad rite, for example, you can't do that like with people. You can't video it and things like that because there's like stuff that goes down, and so some things are inappropriate to share, and other I haven't been able to sleep for like the last 2 days because of spirits. Well, you're in a new place. And so you have to get reestablished. You have to redo your boundaries. You have to re-cleanse, you know, get your salt and all your stuff out and get your whole, you know, you got to reestablish yourself. You've moved. And so it's going to suck for a little while, but they'll get the hang of it. You know, you're just going to have to be like, this is how it is, you know, do the lesser banishing rituals, seal your room. You know, you got to do all this stuff. And so it's going to be a little difficult, but you'll get there. It takes just a little bit of time, you know, and plus you're in a whole nother state. And so you're where there's like a lot of culture and things that happened and went down there. And, you know, you're going to have to deal with a lot of different kinds of things that you're not used to dealing with. But you'll get a hang of it. You'll get it all worked out. Have Hecate help you. She'll help you with that. You got it, girl. Can't banish them because I broke my leg. Oh, phooey. You could banish them in your sleep. I do the banishing ritual in my sleep sometimes. One time I was driving and I went into banishing ritual automatically like that. It was weird. I don't know how it happened, but I like went in the other realm and I started performing it. So I don't know what was happening around me when I was driving down the road, but some shit was going down and I was taken immediately and started performing the lesser banishing ritual. So yeah, you can do it. You don't have to stand in a circle and do it. You can do it and astrally. I do it in my dreams sometimes. Sometimes things come to fuck with me in my sleep and I'm like, oh no, we're not playing that game. Oh, hell yeah, girlfriend. You're a witch. Nothing's impossible. You don't have to do it in this realm. You could do it in any realm. Just remember there's no rules and you're not limited. By sheer willpower. Yes, you needed to do it. Holy crap. I was video chatting with her and her house is full of cooties spirits, debris, all kinds of astro debris. Oh, and that was another thing. I know I talked about it the other night about astro debris, the little parasites that come back with you when you astro travel. And apparently people don't realize that happens. And so I have a couple of witch friends, excuse me, who are always being drained and fucked with, and they keep seeing these little things around and they can't get rid of them and blah, blah, blah. And it's the astro debris. It comes back with you. And so you just have to make sure that you do proper cleansings and things like that in your house. Otherwise, they form attachments and they feed off of you and they feed off the energy in your home and your family and your pets. And I have a really good picture of one. I caught a picture of one crawling up my wall. I'll have to try to find it and send it. I'll post it on Facebook Friends on the Blue Witch Coven Friends page. It's so hard for me to say that. I don't know why. But it's an awesome picture and it gives you, it's a perfect example of what they look like. Sometimes they look like worms. Sometimes they look like these little things crawling around. Hi, sweetie. How are you? And, but I have a really good picture of one. You could see him. He's like crawling on the wall. And I just let him be because I only had him. But I just let him crawl around. I just thought it was interesting to watch him. But, you know, eventually you got to get rid of them. Which time? Oh, I believe that's Billiel, I believe. I'm not sure. I'm not positive that that's him. Usually when I see him like in the astral planes, I'll only like hit like a side or something like that, but he looks like that. So I think that's him. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. I know. Oh, did you? I couldn't tell if there was horns there or not, but that's what, when I see him in the astral planes, the face, that's what he looks like. And so I don't know if, yeah, that's what when I see him, that's what he looks like. And sometime, and the first time I ever saw him, I saw his full body and horns and everything, but I didn't see like he was just all like blurry, like it was all blurry and I couldn't make anything out. And so, yeah, well, yeah, he has horns, but, you know, it's so blurry. And that picture, he was just like, looking through because I live in the basement of my house. Like I have a full house in the basement, like a full basement. And so I live down there and I was laying in bed and I was looking there and I seen this thing coming out of my ceiling like this. And I was like, what is that? And so I took a picture and that's what I got. And it was so amazing. I was so excited about it. Let's see. So my sister went to the beach yesterday and was learning how to surf. Okay. And his eyes, oh my God, his gaze is mesmerizing. Yeah. Did you see the picture on the site that I posted? It's totally his eyes. And then the one day, and I have in my memory the day that I made him smile, and he doesn't smile. So that was cool, but I don't have a picture of it. Apart from spells and servitors, are there some other rituals that you've ever done for clients in special situations? Just curious. It depends. Everything depends. Everything's different, and it depends on the situation. I've been there and saw the pics. Oh, cool. So, do you think it looks like him? I had one person tell me that it does. I had that has seen him say that it looks like him, and then I had another person tell me that he's white and he has horns right here. And I didn't see him with horns right here. I saw him with horns like this when I saw him, but he was all blurry, but his horns were big and they were like this. They weren't like, and maybe coming out more this way, more this like this. But they said that his horns were like this. So I don't know. Maybe he can make him look however he wants. He doesn't have them that are close. Yeah, I didn't think so. I thought so. I think you're right. That's probably just another, demon. Demo. Yeah, like like that. Wait, let me see, what did I miss? What do you do when the target is stubborn? Do you keep lighting candles on the target to get through? it depends on what kind of stubborn. If they're stubborn, you could try different things. You could try putting them in a honey jar. You could try putting like sugar on the candle. You know, if you're just like, if you're doing the spell, you could try doing manipulation herbs, manifestation herbs. Just, you know, tweak it around depending on what kind of personality you're dealing with. Like the narcissist. The spell I did with the narcissist, I've done probably 4 or 5 of them, where you take the other person's face and you attach it to his body. And then every time he sees that person, he sees himself. And so he falls in love with that person, and he loves that person just as he loves himself. And then you just make it like that. And you use, you know, manipulation herbs. You just tweak it to whatever. You've seen he has big horns. Yeah. He doesn't have, you know, these. Well, he might have them like this. And then like this. Kind of thing. But I don't really pay attention to his horns. Maybe I will next time he comes to see me. But I always just like, I like to touch his, like, his skin. I always touch it. Like, I always do this to him. Or this. Sometimes he'll come to me in different forms. Like, one time, he came to me in a different form. It was pretty cool. And I liked it. It was pretty awesome. That was like an initiation thing that we went through. And, but he didn't come to me in his true form. That came later. But I'm just in mad love with him. He's a badass. Is it normal for a witch to not like a lot of people? Yes. We're very independent, and we're very, because we can see through the bullshit. We can see people for who they really are. And so it's really hard for us to deal with that, because to us, it's like, you know, you're trying to manipulate me, and that fucking pisses me off. You know, don't tell me bullshit stories. I don't have time for that. And we're just very independent, and you know, we're loners. We're like, and well, for me, I am. Anyways, I would rather be with a room full of spirits. Like I told Crystal Witch the other day, I would rather be with a room full of spirits than a room full of people any day. Any day. And it's not that I don't like people. Like, I like you guys. I love getting on here and chatting with you guys. It's like the highlight of my day. But I don't like going to the store or you know, things like that where people are just randomly around me. They bother me. They get in my bubble. Let's see. And animals, exactly. It's also because they have lower vibration energy. Yeah, exactly. And that's another reason why people don't like us, because our vibrations are so high and they repel. They can't even, they just repel off of us. And so they're like, they hate us and they don't even know why they hate us. And we're just like, ugh, you know, same thing. It's the same thing. It's nothing personal. It's just that we are different, you know, and it's all about the vibrations. You're totally right. I used to think I used to think that everybody hated me because I was prettier than them. I would be like, oh, you're just jealous. Because I didn't know why. I mean, they would look at me like they wanted to kill me or something, you know? And I was just always like, but now I know. Now I know it has nothing to do with me. It's just my vibrations, and they're higher than theirs, and it bothers them. It's just that kind of thing, like when you're in a room with someone and you hate that person and you don't know why you hate them. They did nothing to you, but for whatever reason they annoy you. You can't stand the fucking way they breathe. It's just their vibrations are not the same as yours. And so you just have to learn to not let it bother you. You know, you'll learn to just like, and not let it bother you. Oh, let me see. What did you say, honey? Let me see. As long as they get away from me, I don't care if they don't like me. Exactly. I was going to a Christian witch that said, I don't know how you are a Christian and a witch. Okay. I was just going to say the same thing, laughing my ass out. You were born in a family of witches who didn't treat you nice. When did you discover you were a witch? Okay. This has been coming up a lot lately, so I'm going to go ahead and go over it with you guys. Oh, I know most people despise me. Dogs love me. Children love me. Oh, with a mixture of fear and pursuit. Me too. I have the same situation. It's hard and not show your feelings. Well, kids love me, but they do look at me confused sometimes. I used to think it was because graphic tattoos. Okay. So when I was little, okay, my mom, my aunt, my uncle, and then they had two other people that I know of, and my grandma were like witches. And they took some of my hair. My mom did. She took my hair at 5 or 6 or something like that. And they did a ceremony. They bound my abilities. And so, but they didn't do it to my sisters or my cousins that I know of. Well, my cousins, they didn't touch them. They were allowed to grow up, however. And, but they always kept it secret. The only reason that I never knew about that until I got older, but when I was like 14, they started like revealing that they were witches to me. But I knew when I was little, but I didn't have any memories. They took all my memories. I had no memories of being a child. Until lately they've been coming back to me. But anyways, they bound me. They bound my abilities. And I remember being at my aunt's house, and they took like all the furniture out of one of the rooms, and there was no furniture in there. It was a bedroom. And my uncle went out and turned off I remember him pulling the thing down and turning off all the power in the house. And they gave us those little kerosene lanterns, to carry in the living room. Me and my cousins and my sister were in the living room, and a ghost showed up in a chair, and I got scared and I ran in to get my mom, and I opened the door, and I remember they were all sitting in a circle, and there was candles everywhere. And I was like, what the hell? And so she ran and got me and made me come back out. And that's all I can remember as a child. And then Hecate also reminded me of when we had a slumber party, and I lifted a kid up in the chair. We did the light as feather, strong as an ox That's how we did it. I know you guys changed it and now it's stiff as a board, but we did strong as an ox. And then I lifted the kid up in the chair and I was just, you know, a tiny little thing. Everybody screamed and ran. Anyway, so I'm going really fast because this is already on YouTube, but it's been coming up. So anyways, so I never knew who I was and everybody else knew, but they never, it was always a secret. I was always kept aside. Family reunions, I didn't get to go. Apparently, I just found out a couple of years ago that my family has property up in Mount Shasta and they have family reunions there every year. And I never knew that. I've never been invited. I never knew they had them. Anyways, they didn't want me to know. And as soon as I went through my awakening, they all cut me off. Like instantly, I no longer exist in their world. And I didn't know why. And then I was calling them saying, this is happening, what's going on? And then my cousins like told me everything. And, well, she didn't tell me what they did to me because she didn't know. But my grandma, that's not, she's my spirit guide, not the one who bound me, but my other grandma, she came to me. She's one of my guides. And she told me, you know, ask her what she did. Because my other grandma kept coming to me and asking me to forgive her. And I was like, forgive you for what? Being a shitty grandma? No, go away, you know. And then, and then just a bunch of stuff happened anyway, spiritually. And so then they sent me to someone to have a past life reading done and a reading done to find out, you know, if all these things that the spirits are telling me are true. And so I had this reading done and he like said everything that I already knew, confirmed everything. And I was just like, oh, so mad. And so, yeah, so I sent my grandmother who bound me with my mom and every other witches. And I sent them to Hecate. So they're in trouble. But then just a bunch of stuff happened. It's a big deal. So my cousin was telling me, oh, you gotta call cousin so-and-so and tell her all of the signs that you're getting and she'll tell you what it means. And then so I did that and sent her pictures to prove it because she didn't believe me. So I had tons of evidence. And then she's like, then she got mad and said that I was operating at a high priestess level and I don't deserve that. And that I needed to call her grandmother, which is my aunt, who keeps the family book. And I'm like, what family book? I didn't even know we had a family book. What are you talking about? Well, she has to keep track of all of your abilities and blah, blah, blah. And so they wouldn't talk to me. She wouldn't take my calls. She wouldn't answer my questions. And then my other cousin who was helping me she called me and told me she's not allowed to speak to me anymore. And then she just hung up. And I have never heard from them again. Nope. So yeah, there you have it. So I just been on my own, me and Hecate, Lucifer and Belial. And that's that. Growing up with witches is fun. But that's okay. I mean, they all will have theirs. They have it coming. They're in trouble. Okay, let's go back and see all the stuff I missed because, oh my gosh, that was a lot to spit out there. Let's see. Most people despise me. Dogs love me. Okay, we got that. Not to show your feelings. It's hard to not show your feelings. Sometimes. Most children be afraid of me. Sure, tattoos. I saw that one. Children love me. The only kids that like me are gifted ones. Aww. Why would they do that? I was told my grandmother bound me, but I didn't know why. That's messed up thing to do to you. Yeah. Well, I think that from what I understand is they were stealing my energy. They were feeding off of me. Because I have all of their abilities. Like this one's a seer. This one does this one does that. You know, they like each have a separate thing, and I have them all. Everything that they have, I have. And that's what Hecate told me. That's why. Let's see. I don't think I've ever been to a family reunion. Really? It used to be a big thing. Well, where I grew up, it's a big thing. When I was little, I used to go to my Uncle Homer's because my Grandma Mary was still alive. And so when my Grandma Mary was still alive, they would let me go to that one. But after that, after Grandma Mary passed away, then they started going out to the other place. And that's when they did a bunch of stuff, I guess. But I don't know. It's just a big, weird thing. Do you know anything happened to them yet? Kind of. Not. I really don't. I'm just waiting. I'm only in contact with one, my little sister. Yeah. Yep, now I have a huge family. Brothers and sisters, but the powerful, special people are cut off from their family, I have noticed. Really? You think I don't understand it. I mean, like, if I had a child, well, I do, but like if I had it in my situation, if I was my mom and I had this beautiful little girl and she has all these fucking amazing gifts, I would like do everything I could to like make her the biggest and best and badass, you know. I would do whatever I could to empower her, not destroy her and shut her down and steal from her. You know, that's disgusting. And it goes way beyond that, even what they did to me. That's just the beginning. You know, I have a whole life full of shit from them. And so it's all good. It's all good. Because they will get theirs. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think she practices. And my older sister, I don't know, but I don't think she practices either. My mom she's a closet witch, you know. It's not like they're like from the generation where it's secret, you know. And we're like from the loud and proud, fuck you if you don't like it generation. But yeah, so that's like my drawer that I have in Belial's altar that has all the coffins. Those are theirs. And so when they die, that's where they'll go. In those coffins that I have. Yeah. That's why. So, but it is what it is. I don't care. Your mom and grandmother may have bound and stole from them too. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I didn't even think about that, you know, but you're right. They probably did do that to them too. 20 years ago, I was in the library on a computer researching occult stuff, and sitting next to me was a creepy old man looking at pictures. Okay. Thank you for sharing. I felt uncomfortable, dark, angry energy rise up in me, and then the power in the library went out. Oh, that's crazy. My son does that. He's in taking college classes right now. He's going to be a teacher. But he did that one time. They made him so angry, and all the power went out and everybody was scared. It was pretty funny. But yeah, he can do that too. I'm from a country that can't talk about this. I know, sweetie. That sucks. But you could talk about it with us. I've made my school lose power. Yeah, it happens because I think we're like conductors, you know. We can blow out light bulbs, you know, phones. So that's why it's important for us to ground ourselves. Wear copper if you can, you know. It's really good to ground yourself. I used to have a really big problem with blowing up things and, you know, shattering glass. And I don't know how I never got cut, but I didn't. But you just have, it's like little misfires. You have to teach yourself how to not do that because it can be dangerous for yourself. Yeah. If you go back and watch some of my videos, you'll see like I used to have such a hard time with it. One time I reached my hand to turn on a light to flick the switch next to the light bulb, and I shot a hole through the whole light bulb before I even got to turn it on. I was like, damn it. Now I got to go find a light bulb. Fight with my sister and make the lights flicker. Yeah. And one time I made my water jar explode. Oh, that pissed me off. I was so mad. I was like shaking it up. I was in the middle of a curse, shaking it up, getting ready to do the curse, and then I went psh, and shattered it, and it stinks so bad. Yeah, I was mad. I was so mad. And then I was even madder after the glass broke because it went all over me. So then I had to go do a cleansing bath. And then I had to like get the Florida water out and stuff and clean the whole shop and everything down with the Florida water. It was really, you know, it can be bad. So you need to like get a hold of that. Yes, yes. I hear you. Wi-Fi. Yeah. It's a bitch. But it's all right. We just gotta work, you know, we have little things about ourselves that we have to work on. And I'm going to get off of here, you guys, because I'm at 1 hour and 13 minutes. And I'm going to go to the store and get a drink before I start on my spells. And, oh, hi, sweetheart. I'm getting off now. I've been on for 1 hour and 13 minutes. But I'll call you in a little while, okay? I got to go to the store real quick. I got to go get a coffee or something because I'm thirsty. I want to drink. So I'm going to go, and I will see you guys in a couple of hours with a curse. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.